Hi, welcome to Pandora's Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of December 2015. Please remember to check your rising sign and your moon sign because that will allow you to understand a little bit better the energies that you will be handling in this end of the year. But let's start with this reading right here. You have in the challenge position the Judgment. Now, the Judgment is a card where we see an angel announcing the good news. And this is something you are going to be waiting on, Sagittarius, in the month of December. I feel like you made some decisions or you made some changes in the past months, and you're hoping this will bring new changes, good news, Here's the thing, your job trying to accomplish this good news arriving is not complete. This is what the tarot is saying. Why do I say this? Because you have in the center of the reading the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is a card that represents feeling trapped. We can see here is a woman who is blindfolded, she's tied, but the thing is that there's no one forcing her to be here. This is a card that is related to negative thought patterns, because the source is the element of air and all the mental things, right? So this card talks about all those things, negative things that we say to ourselves that makes us feel like we are trapped. But the prison is, it's our own mind. We are trapped inside our own head, sort of thing. It's that we are not good enough, we're not pretty enough, we're not smart enough, we're never going to achieve that, no one cares about us, that sort of thing we keep telling ourselves because perhaps at some point someone told us that and we thought that, if someone says it, it must be true. So you need to get out of the situation in order to get the good news, okay? Because also it keeps you with a narrow mind. Now, what the tarot is saying is that you will have to make up your mind about this, make a decision about this. Perhaps you have been making decisions before and making changes before, but now is the time to make like a definite decision, take a definite approach to this situation. Because the Two of Swords in the position of the things you cannot change means that you're sort of you're stuck between what your mind is saying and what your heart is saying, because this card, also a sword card, it is a mental thing, but it has water and it has the moon, which represents intuition, and it could be that you're kind of disconnected from your own intuition. And the Eight of Swords, even though it's a swords card, it has water, so there is an emotional element related to the negative things that you're telling yourself. Okay, it's not just words. It's not just something that someone told you years ago. For some reason, it has stuck in you because there is an emotional thing related to that. Okay, I know it sounds a lot like a lot of psychology, but it's a month for internal work. Clearly, if you want to move forward. Now, in the help that you're going to receive, you have the Three of Wands. This is a card that represents options. And in this card, there's someone who is waiting for his ships to come. He sees them; they're there in the horizon, but they haven't arrived yet, which are this good news. Now, this is also contemplated. I don't know if I said it, but it's contemplated different options. Okay, and it's completely opposite to this narrow mind thing that we talked about in this Eight of Swords. So, as you can see, if we look at both images, the energy of one and the other is completely different. So it's your challenge in this month to be able to look into this situation with honesty, and even take it. It's interesting that it has come up a lot of internal work for different signs at the end of the year. I feel like we need to start the next year with a much cleaner state of mind, or at least more peaceful state of mind, okay? Because this was quite an eventful year in many fronts, regardless of where you might be in the world. Now, as the outcome cards, you have two major arcana cards. First of all, the Emperor. The Emperor is a card that I see that represents the sign of Aries or the sign of Capricorn. It's someone who has authority, it has power. He's someone that you might see as a father figure, a mentor, a boss, someone who is wise and probably older than you. But the most important thing, and he knows how to manage things, how to manage time, how to manage his life or order, put a business into order, that sort of thing. This is someone who, when he says, he tells someone to do something, it gets done. There's a certain type of authority that comes from being secure about himself. He know he's good, he know he's doing the right thing, and it's complete opposite from this situation where you are in right now. So this person comes up with a Chariot, and the Chariot represents success and moving forward, being able to get out of the situation. So this Emperor is key here for you to be able to understand better how to get out of that situation of the Eight of Swords. He will either help you, by lending you a hand, sort of, or he will even help you by example, by leading by example, because you will see in this person a source of inspiration. Okay, so he is key here, and perhaps perhaps he is around you, but you're not paying attention to this person because he's maybe too old or too authoritative, or he's not the kind of person that you deal with. But the tarot is saying contemplate other options, because what you're doing up to now, it's not completely working. You need to take an extra step. You need to make one more decision to really get out of the situation, to get the good news coming your way, the ships coming your way. And there's a possibility for you to do it, but let the help come in, okay? Again, a month for a lot of internal work, so you can start a better year next year. Take the opportunity, because the energies are available there. So I hope this is helpful, Sagittarius. Thank you for spending your time with me. I wish you Merry Christmas if you celebrated, a Happy New Year, and I will see you actually next year. Take care.